So today they just finally released smartwatch support for WalkScape. However, there are a few caveats. First is that they're only initially implementing support for iPhones. And the reason for that is that they're using the Health Connect app on the iPhone because it's really difficult on Android at this point to make sure that they're integrating proper anti-cheat for Android. There's so many devices, so many things and so many mechanics related to that. How it's gonna work is you can sync steps with smartwatches to your iPhone to Health Connect. And then WalkScape will pull those steps from Health Connect. And it will give you progress in-game for all of those steps. So I wanted to show here what the selection screen looks like when you're using your phone with your smartwatch. So it shows instructions here of how to set up. And you have to either choose phone, which is what I have right now, which is your phone counting your steps, or smartwatch. I have an Android, so I can't show you exactly what it looks like on an iPhone, but if you did have an iPhone, you would just click down here and I guess go through your smartwatch there. So let's dig into the development notes and let's see a little bit of how this is gonna work and how you as a closed beta tester can help develop this feature for WalkScape. Hello. Let's begin by saying that this feature has been quite a lot of work to make due to all the uncertainties and how difficult it has been for us to test. Now we're finally releasing this and we expect there to be issues. We need your help to properly test out this feature properly by gathering as many bugs and feedback as possible before we can open Wave 4. So for those of you who don't know, Wave 4 is coming. For those of you that want to play WalkScape, if you support anytime between now and the end of Wave 4, which the date is still to be determined, you will get access to the game. It's as low as $3. You can support once and you're in for the whole closed beta period. And they really wanted to get the smartwatch supported before this next wave so that players can give feedback and also benefit from the feature. So testing details. This is a very important notice to take note if you're playing. It says, if you find any exploits, report them to the development team. Report these bugs either via Discord by direct messaging developers there or via our contact email at contact@walkscape.app. And then in bold, players who find exploits and abuse them will be banned. WalkScape has followed through on their commitment to anti-cheat and not tolerating cheating. There are plenty of people that have been up on the leaderboards who have been removed because they cheated or tried to gain steps in mischievous ways, not legitimate ways. And WalkScape is a very robust anti-cheat system. And so just what they're saying here, take them seriously. Highly encourage you, if you detect any bugs of any kind that allows you to get progress that isn't legitimate, do report it, both for the community, but also don't get yourself caught up in an account ban. If you report your findings, you'll be fine, as long as you don't try to intentionally abuse the exploits. In extreme situations, we may roll back your character to a previous backup. I had that happen early in beta. There was a glitch that randomly gave people lots of steps, just happened to you automatically, and they rolled me back. So that was great. When reporting issues to us, please tell us as many details as possible. What wearable are you using? What application are you using to sync your steps to Apple Health? In cases when you're using something else than Apple Watch, what steps did you take to encounter the issue? The more in depth with the details, the easier it will be for us to replicate your issue and fix it. This is obviously a very large project, making smartwatch progress integrate with WalkScape. And so they're taking on a big job here because so many people have begged for this feature. They begged for the ability to go out for a walk with their smartwatch and not bring their phone along to get progress. They've said that in time, as able, they will allow this for Android also, and that's the intention. Feedback is also much appreciated. If you feel something could be better, be it UI, texts, or whatever, please give us feedback. The best place to file in feedback is on our Discord server's wearable forum channel. And just a side note, if you don't see that channel, it may be because you don't have the beta role in the Discord. You can find that in the roles channel. If you're reporting bugs or other issues regarding the steps, please include screenshots of your Apple Health step data entries. We are looking for as much information as possible on how the wearable support works on different devices and wearables. Initially, all wearables and health sync apps are allowed, so it's going to be a wide open gate. Based on the information we get, we will later transition to a whitelist system, as we've already found that some wearables and apps report their data in a format that isn't specific enough for having robust anti-cheat. So the question is, when are they releasing this? Well, it's actually out now. This dev update came out this morning. Then they had the maintenance downtime to apply this update, and it's already up and rocking. Along with this update come some other changes. They've added some new achievements. We'll have fun exploring what that is. New PFP options, so they've added more cosmetics. New recipes, so we can craft different things. New keywords, so that's when you're like searching in the bank, so that's helpful. New items, we'll have to discover what those are. The wearable support for iOS. A new improved selection for UI, for language. New translations from website. So when you log into the game now, it will show you all the languages that they're currently working on. And they'll show you the percentage of the translation work that has been done. Please keep in mind that all of this translation work is community volunteer work. So for example, they've got English down, obviously, almost German, a good part of the way done Spanish, and they're working on French and Italian. So if you are someone who has those skills and you would like to help with this project, you can find a channel on the Discord labeled translation, and you can talk there and get yourself connected and ask all your questions there. Another change that I'm seeing here is that they've adjusted a chest loot table. So that could be, I guess, anything from the Adventurers Guild chests to one of the many chests that drop for skills, or one of the region chests. I guess we'll have to see. This finishes off with a thank you. It says, "Thank you for your patience. I'm hoping this testing goes well and we can get as much feedback and bugs reported as possible. So starting next week, we can fix as many of them as possible. As long as all critical issues are fixed, the only thing at this point that is missing before launch wave 4 is fixing the inconsistencies in step graph. We're hoping to fix after smartwatch support related issues are resolved." Happy walking, everyone. This is a pretty big day for WalkScape. People have wanted this for a while, and so if you're one of the people who have wanted this and you're interested, please test out this feature, use your iOS device to sync with your different smartwatches, and provide data on how well that's going. I wish the dev team lots of luck of all the work of going through the weeds on all these particular cases and devices. And I look forward to this feature being developed further. One of the things they've added with this update is a few new items, and one of them I want to illustrate here. So it's level 59 smithing, and it's called the Gem Shield. It needs 2 Farganite bars, 1 gold bar, 1 sunstone, 1 ruby, 1 jade, 1 topaz, 1 rent marine. It'll be very interesting to see what some of these items have as far as stats, because they added the Farganite shield with the last update, which of course we can create in mass quantities because it uses Farganite bars. But something like this that uses a lot of, I guess, more rare drops to make, I'm curious what impact some of these rare items will have on combat.